Hello there, how are you? This is Lois Gidiga, and I'm coming to you from Calgary, Alberta, Canada. And welcome to my channel. If you're new, please hit that subscribe button and please turn on the notifications just so that you do not miss out on my weekly videos. For my fans, thank you so much for keeping it here. Thank you for sharing my videos and thank you for the feedback that you guys give me. I really appreciate that. Tonight's video is actually a little different from the other videos that I do. And I want to talk about when you're starting your life in Canada or when you're planning to come start your life in Canada, some things that you may want to know. And this is purely based on my experience. This is my experience or the experience of my friends here who have been newcomers in this country. So I want to talk about the type of jobs that newly landed immigrants do. And these are jobs which are easy to find. These are also called starter jobs. So they are really, really handy when you arrive here. And this is for people who are arriving without a job. So if you're not coming here on a work permit, you are, you're a newly landed immigrant, then this video is for you. Okay? Yes. Excuse me. So we all know, and I have said it before, that to work legally in Canada, you are going to require a work permit. So assuming now you already have a work permit, but you need somewhere to start, you're going to find that when you're looking for a job in Canada, one thing these people ask for is Canadian work experience. Come on, you are new. You just landed here. How did you get Canadian work experience? That is one question I asked one employer when I landed. Like, I just came here, I'm 2 months here, and you're already asking me for Canadian work experience? From where? Anyway, it's how it is. It's just what it is, and you just have to figure out where to find Canadian work experience. At times, to get this Canadian work experience, you may have to do starter jobs, you may have to do some odd jobs because these people need a reference. Even if it's not like a professional reference, they just want like a character reference. Okay? So, I want to talk about jobs which are easy for a newly landed immigrant to find. Jobs which are going to give you Canadian work experience. They may not be like highly paying jobs. These are just starter jobs, and some of them are actually like minimum wage jobs, but they give you experience which is really necessary. Until I did a starter job, that's when I realized how important that starter job was, because you learn so much about the Canadian culture. Okay? Yes. Again, I may also want to say, I know most of us come here with skills and we want to get jobs that relate to our skills. But at times, it's not so easy. So don't, whenever you're coming, whenever you're planning to come, just know that you may have to do something that is completely different from what you do. But don't let that, don't get stuck on that. Also, don't let that discourage you. You can always do something to start. We may have to start down there, but if you have the right focus and the right attitude and you know your goal, you know that you need to get your foot in the door, and then from there, you can move up or you can change career, you can go back to school. You're working on a strategy. I always tell people, be very strategic, have a plan, be focused. Don't mind starting somewhere. Don't mind starting down there because you're working on something. You know what? I'll do this kind of job, and then I can go back to school. I can work this job part-time. The only thing that I tell people, because I experienced that myself, do not get stuck in these starter jobs. Please do not get stuck. And some jobs, as I will say, when I was looking for work, I was newly landed. I knew I wanted a professional job. And to get that professional job, at times, if you're doing some of the jobs that I'll be talking about here, you find that you cannot take your phone with you. So you may not be available during the day to take calls for interviews. So they may hold you from getting another job, like a permanent job. So just be careful on what you're picking up. What I did, I took up casual jobs. Like the first few months, I took up casual jobs that I could leave any day to attend an interview, because that is not where I wanted to belong. I wanted to move up. I wanted to get an office job. So to get that, I had to take up a casual job. You may also want to take a volunteer job, just so that you're available. You know, you can miss work tomorrow to go attend an interview. Some jobs, if you pick them and you're newly landed, you may not even get time for a break, let alone attend an interview. So if you're also asking for time off to go attend interviews, you may as well end up losing that job. So just be careful what you're looking for. That's it. These are really good jobs. I said some of them pay minimum wage. So again, don't get stuck there. You may not, if you have a family or if you want a good life, you may not be able to survive on minimum wage jobs for long. But everybody gotta start somewhere. Okay? All right. One job that I really love, and I did that, is office administration jobs. Okay, when I mean office administration jobs, these are jobs like receptionist, admin, assistant jobs. Because what happens, especially if you came from the professional side from your country, you already have computer skills, you have communication skills, you know, you have these things. So it doesn't matter who you used to be there. As you work towards getting to where you were in your country, you can always start as a receptionist and then climb the ladder, know how things work, then apply for jobs from inside. So that is something that is really, really, really good. Doesn't pay a lot of money. At times it may, depending on your city, it may pay minimum wage. Some of them may pay like $17, $20. Some of them actually may pay up to $35, depending on the industry, okay? Yes, so that is one really good job. If you're used to talking to clients, if you're good on phone, if your communication skills are good and your computer skills are good, you may want to consider office admin jobs, okay? Excuse me. The other job that you may want to consider, data entry. If you have those good typing skills, you know, you can just type and sleep and talk, right? Data entry jobs. There are many and you can get that. What matters is your typing speed, okay? So if you're preparing and you want to get a job really fast, work on those typing skills, all right? The other really easy job, because these guys are hiring every day, you know, they are store or retail jobs. That is cashiers. I was a cashier. I did cashier jobs at Staples, at Walmart for a few days. What those jobs, like, they are easy to get, you know, they don't need experience. They are not calling for, you know, for professional references from your country. So those are easy to get jobs. It's easy to get hired. And they also, most of them, pay minimum wage jobs. That job, be careful with it, because once you get stuck to those store jobs, it's not easy to leave. And mostly you're going to be working with students, so high school students, college students mostly do those jobs. So take it because you need to survive or you need Canadian work experience, but do not get stuck there, okay? But they're easy to find, right? Yes, another job that is also very easy to find. I remember there's a video that I did and told you, before you come to Canada, work on your driving. Make sure you're bringing your driving license. That way you can transition easily into driving in Canada. And if you're really good and you're driving well, you can take a license and you can upgrade your license and maybe to a class 3, a class 1, a class 2. What you get when you do those classes, you can drive trucks, you can drive buses, you can drive delivery trucks. And those, especially like truck jobs, they take up time, you're away from home, but most of them pay really well. Okay? Yes, trucking jobs pay a lot of money. Okay, so that is another easy to get job. You don't need a lot of education. Anybody can do that, right? Yeah. The other job, and this is a job that is done so much by immigrants, and especially immigrants from Africa. These are group home jobs. And I do not want to say that this is just like a starter job, but they are easy to get into, okay? These jobs, they involve caring for seniors, they involve caring for disabled people, people with mental disability, people who need help. And these are social-like jobs, social work jobs. So they are also easy to come by. And the reason is a lot of people who are here in Canada, they don't want to do those jobs. So they are very welcoming for immigrants. And the good thing with these jobs, they pay good money. Yes. The other good thing with this job is if you're into healthcare, it's very easy for you now to transition. You're already working with patients. You're already, you're working with people who need help. So it's really easy for you to transition into healthcare if you want to do nursing aid, if you want to do nursing, like be an LPN or be an RN. This is a good foundation. You can always start here. It's also a good foundation for people who want to do sociology, or who, even if, you've done sociology, or people who want to do psychology. So these are really good starting places for that kind of career, and they pay good money. Did I say that? Yeah. All right. The other easy job to get, laborers, general labor. Remember I said you don't have a lot of choices when you arrive here. And if you just want a job that you can get like that instantly, that is going to pay you some money to survive while you figure out what it is you really want to do, laborer. You can work in construction. You don't need any skills. You can do gardening in summertime. Oh my goodness. Plant flowers for the city. People's backyards, there's a lot of demand for that job. Over winter time, you can do snow removal, you can do yard work. During the fall, there's so many things that you can do. And these jobs do not need any work experience. They don't need any education. You just need to go do the job. Okay? Yeah, they don't even need like credit check or criminal check. You're not gonna be doing a lot of those, so it's very easy to get those. And actually, some of these jobs pay good money. Yeah, you may start with minimum wage, but actually, I've realized that the general labor jobs, some of them, like if you're working with the city, some of them can pay up to $25 per hour. Okay, yep. The other very easy job to do, and this it's actually really good for students, babysitting. It's good for students. It's also good for stay-at-home moms. When you come here, maybe you have your small babies, you haven't figured out where to start or what even to do. You can always do babysitting. Maybe all you need to do is a course with the city. Like in Calgary, you can do a 2-day course with the city. You do CPR, and you are on the way to babysitting. And you can babysit for people. You can choose your hours. You can babysit in your house or in their house. If that is not the kind of job you want to do, if you're a working mom, if you're a mom who is staying at home and you have your children, you can also apply for a license from the city to do like a home care, whereby you can get a few kids from the neighborhood and you can watch them for a fee. All right? The other job, for those professionals who do not want to do these jobs that don't sound like they're too, skillful, customer service jobs. Oh my God, I cannot tell you this. Go get those jobs whereby you can answer the phone. It doesn't matter. So answering questions, supporting a product, be that customer service person. Those are transferable skills. Anybody can do that as long as you can speak, as long as you can talk on phone and you're easy to train. Customer service jobs, you can do that. All right. And they also pay some reasonable money. Okay. Yeah. The others are restaurant jobs. Yes. Waiters, cooks, dishwashers, all those, they are easy. They hire every day. They may not have good money. They are starter jobs. It's minimal wage jobs. But please go get those and get started. All right? Warehouse jobs. Warehouse. Go look for warehouse jobs. Those ones don't need a lot of skills to do. So that is another job that you can do. The other job that I know people do is security. Like people do security. You may need to do a course, but do security. Security is easy to do. It's not as bad. Security here is not as bad as where you came from. So those are easy jobs to do. And the final one is really, really, really important. you can start your own business. So what kind of business can you do? People who do cleaning, you can come here. A lot of immigrants do this. They come and they start cleaning businesses. You clean people's homes. As long as you're doing a good job and you build a good reputation, those are really, really good jobs. And you can do a cleaning, you can start a cleaning business, yard works, you can own your own yard work business, a home care business. If you're good at sewing, you can do alterations. When you bring your skills here, you can use them and transform them into jobs and businesses. And who knows, if you do them well, you can be an employer. Okay? Keep it here for jobs that you can do, other things that you need to know as a newcomer. Okay? Thank you so much. Thank you for joining me, and have a good night. See you later. Bye.